Hey, it's been a few days. It's been good. It's been busy, but it's been good. Um, I just wanted to talk about something I thought about today. Um, and that was the idea of failure and me personally, how I approach it, how I look at it, um, how I try to look at it nowadays. Um, so, I want you to think about um, maybe a distinctive failure, something that you can sort of see that happened. Maybe it was an assignment that you didn't pass, or it was a job interview that didn't go through because of something, or maybe a friendship or relationship that ended up failing or falling out because of whatever. It doesn't really matter. The idea is that in the end, you're faced with a situation where you'll come out from the other side knowing that you haven't gotten to where you wanted to be. In essence, you failed. Um, and me personally, how I see that, how I approach it. Um, I think there's three ways. There could be, I guess, subjectively there could be more. But me personally, I think there's three ways you can look at failure. Um, I think the first one, um, which is relatively common, is you look at the situation, you see the failure, you're confronted by it, right? How do you, when you come up to it, like you're confronted by this failure in your face, and the first option is, oh, it's, well, this sucks, this hurts, I don't really want to deal with this, so I'm going to not think about it, and I'm going to pretend like it's not here, and eventually, hopefully, if I just don't acknowledge it and don't deal with it, it will go away, and oftentimes it does. I've done that in past, um, and it's very easy to slip into, but it sucks because all you're doing is just taking that thing that you know isn't good and just putting it in a box and just pushing it away. Um, the second one, which is um, often very easy to slip into as well, is you look at the situation and you're pushed in front of it and you're like, well, this sucks and this failed, but I couldn't really do anything about it. It just, it is what it is and it's happened and I'm just going to move on. And that's it. You know, maybe you learn something from it, or maybe you just go, meh, and you just move on. You just, again, in a box, off it goes. You never think about it again. The third one, and one I really have lately tried to strive to do and emulate, um, is you're confronted by that failure, whatever it is, and it's raw and it hurts and it sucks. But you have the opportunity to look at it and go, well, okay, what did I do wrong here? What can I learn from this? What lesson can there be learnt from this suffering, this pain, this opportunity um, to to learn? Sorry, I couldn't think of anything better there. Um, and you look at it and you go, yeah, I didn't study hard enough, or I didn't, stick, I didn't put discipline into my workout regime, and I didn't go out and do what I was supposed to. I wasn't, you know, the friend. I didn't listen to my partner or a friend when they needed me, and I didn't do the right things. But instead of, letting that idea crush you and push you down, and it being the sole focus of your mentality of going, oh, I failed, I did something wrong, I'm a bad person. Instead, you look at the situation and you go, yeah, I did fuck up. But that's okay, because we're humans. That's what we do. We fuck up. But the difference is, we go, but what can I do better? What should I do better? What will I do better next time? What will I learn about me, about the situation at hand? What can I gain from this scenario? And not in a selfish, manipulative way, but in a growth kind of way, in a way that you can go, okay, I am going to be better here. I am going to, improve myself. And I think, me personally, that's something I'm really wanting to push, because, it sucks when you're confronted by your failures, especially when it's without ceremony and it's just dropped right in front of you. And I want to make sure that I am better. As sort of woo-woo as this all sounds, I think it's important to put this out there, because we have these thoughts, but sometimes it just takes someone to go, yeah, that's a thing. I feel that too. And being wrong and failing at something isn't bad. What is bad is failing at something, not learning anything from it, and doing the same thing again. But failing and going, okay, what can I do better? And then trying something else and trying to do better. Even if you fail again, you probably learn some more. It's about picking yourself up, dusting yourself off, and going, what can I do better this time? And not letting the idea of failing, of not measuring up and not getting to that other hill, stop you from ever trying. Because if you try and you do fail, you're like, cool. And then you try again. And you get a little further. Then you try again. You get a little further. And then soon, before you know it, you're at the top of that hill. You're in that place that you want to be. And knowing all the lessons from before, you can then tackle a bigger hill. And it'll be easier because you already have those tools in your tool belt. So yeah. For all those who have watched and who have put their support out as well for all of this, I really, really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And hey, look, if you feel like it, chuck something down in the comments that, maybe there's been a situation where you're like, hey, I did learn something from it. Chuck that in. Of course, like, if you don't want to, that's completely fair. But yeah, until next time, guys. I'll talk to you then.